Alrighty, hello. Okay, let me make sure everything is looking good and totally not horrendous. This is my second time ever doing a, only this box opening. So I'm actually pretty nervous because this is something completely and totally new to me. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. So let me make sure everything is looking good. As long as you can see what is happening right now on screen, that is all, and as long as you can kind of read cards. Cool. Awesome. So, holy crap. I told myself I was going to actually take the day off from streaming, but I was like, you know what? I really kind of want to open these, and I have never missed a pre-release in my, 4 years of playing the game. So I thought, why not kind of do this with you guys? So I do have, I know, right? Taking the day off. This is still kind of a relaxed stream, so it's essentially still a day off for me. It's me doing my favorite thing, which is opening product. I actually really love opening product, and I really want to do more of it on stream. So my question to you guys before we begin is, should I do Gavi first, or should I do the pre-release kit? Because I know that I want to do both in one stream. I actually might cut it, depending on how long this is, I might cut it and make it 2 separate videos and upload it to YouTube, but we'll see. So we got the precon listed first, so I'm going to set this aside. I also did buy some sleeves for my precon. They were out of the tangerine, which I was really sad about because, you know, this is the art for the tangerine. But we're going to open Gavi first, and we'll sleeve her. So let's just go ahead and unwrap this stuff. I'm a heathen. I usually use my teeth because I'm disgusting, but I'm actually going to try and be, like, not horrible. So, opening my sleeves. Also, this is my first time using orange dragon shields. So, are they cute? They are alright. They show up better on camera than they do in real life. Did they change up the way mats are? Because this feels like very thin. Okay. I'm probably just being too picky. Okay. So I'll set these aside and we'll sleeve up once we go. Also think it's very funny because at my card shop what they do is they put these on here and it says Chase Carroll Timeless, and I do have to agree I am timeless, so I thought that was funny. But, whoopsies, almost knocked down my light source. Can you tell I'm very good at doing an unboxing because I'm not... I was trying to figure out where, like, my blind spots are. So don't put anything here. So let's see if I can actually open this. Hello, hello, hello. I usually am a monster and rip into these in an ungodly way. But I'm actually trying to be, like, aesthetically pleasing, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, never mind, I did it. Beautiful. I just realized I should have opened it from the bottom because I can't shake it out. This is probably the worst thing anyone's ever seen. Okay. Well, there it is. I tried to be the aesthetic unboxing person you wanted me to be, and yet I am horrible. Okay. Box. Let's just, you know, like... I actually did yeet that away from me. I probably should not have yeeted it that far. By the way, I don't know if anyone cares, but I do. If I can pop this out. If you have these oversized cards and you do not want them, send them to me because I collect them, and I'm actually trying to make a little poster behind me that I will eventually use for streaming to be my background as the big commander cards. So if you have these and you don't want them, I do. So I'm going to set that aside, or we'll put her right here. Really wish that, like, believe it or not, this is a Logitech cam. Just for some reason my corners are very fuzzy. Alright, I'm trying to make room for everything. So then, begin the unboxing process. We have this. I never read these. I feel like a really bad person that I don't read these. It's like a little, that looks cute on camera actually. It's like a little like rules thing. Primary Commander, Gabi Nestwarden. Secondary is Akim, the Soaring Wind, and Browlin, Sky Shark Rider, and Shabraz, the Sky Shark. I'm not a huge fan of the partner commanders in here, and I don't remember Akim, so we're going to have to go through this and look. But let's see. Let's read what this says right here. Because we're gonna go in depth here. Adopted as the surrogate mother to an orphaned litter of baby cat dinosaurs, Gavi has a connection to the creatures of the world that few could ever imagine. Though she's not a bonder, she commands the respect and often fierce devotion of even the most ferocious dinosaurs that roam Rogren's crags. Let's see. Ooh, wherever I end up sending you cards next, maybe I'll send the Overized Teamer guy in here. Please do. I love these things. Akim, orphaned as a hatchling, the reptilian Akim was adopted by a flock of birds and embraced as a member of the family. Now that it's fully grown, it has proudly taken on the role of flock leader and is determined to protect its tribe. Under Akim's lead, the flock has grown more aggressive than ever before, proactively assaulting any perceived threats. Then last but not least, I'm going to fold this up a little bit. This gives a little lore about this, which I think is cute. Okay, last but not least, Browlin Sky Shark Rider and Shabraz, the Sky Shark. A fierce love of adventure and a taste for excitement are the foundation of the bond between Browlin and Shabraz. Their combined knowledge of the current air currents and weather patterns around Rogren is unmatched. Shabraz can often be spotted soaring around the tall volcanic peaks with Browlin riding exuberantly on its back. Alrighty. Little tidbit of lore. Gonna set that aside nicely, neatly. Oh, I love that. It comes with a little spinny life counter that goes as high as, let's see. So it starts at 1 and goes to 20 on the back, and then on the other side it goes as high as 40. So, good for precon. I think this is cute and fun. The Tropicana Peaks. Okay, this is just a blank white card. And this is what we came for. Heckin' thick. Okay. I love, this is my favorite part about opening these things, is there's a little tab, and I can just, I love that. Oh, I love that so much. And then it just, like, slides open like that. I love it. That was a heapin' helping. So, hold on. This is, you guys are gonna hate me, but I actually do this. Whenever I open a new product, I like to smell it. Oh, no. Oh, no. That smells so bad. So, I really like, I used to love the old cardstock smell. And it is so bad now. It smells horrible now. So when I first got my first precon ever, which was a Traxa, by the way, that was my first precon, I actually got a copy of 2 of Ojitai in there. So I always like to see, like, if I get, like, doubles or misprints or anything like that. Hello, chat. How's everybody doing? Great. Thank you. Just relaxing, doing some fun commander stuff. Opening up this first, and then in a little bit we will open up our pre-release kit. The smell is to deter people from eating the delicious cards. Okay, so first of all, we have Gavi Nestwarden. Let's see if we can get her good. It's always the worst when I try to get her lifted up. She's very pretty on the foil, actually. I really like the foiling that they did with her. You may pay 0 rather than pay the cycling cost of the first card you cycle each turn. Let's see, there you go. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/2 red and white dinosaur cat creature token. So I'm trying to figure out a safe place to put her. We'll put our legendaries right here. So let's see if I can find the tokens, because I do want to see the tokens. I'll be actually a little nervous if I did not get any tokens. Okay, there they are. They're separated. So here's our tokens. I'm actually set these aside so that we can continue our lovely journey. I'll also set this aside. This explains popular Magic formats. It says standard, booster, draft, and commander. If that'll, you can see that very barely. My light is like whoosh. So let's see if I like lift it up a bit. It's blinding. It's okay. Them cute cats. They are cute cat tokens. Let's look at the cute cat tokens. So here are the tokens for the deck. They are double-sided, of course. These are dinosaur cats. You get 4 dinosaur cats. On the back of them are birds, which I'm actually really happy about because I do need bird tokens. These are what the birds look like. They're actually cute little doves. I like that. People do play the 2 of those. So then we get a spirit, which is also a treasure. I actually really like that treasure art. A soldier, that is an elemental. That is a beautiful elemental token. Can you look at that elemental token? I really wish my camera didn't hate me. It's like so white. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can turn on the autofocus and see if that helps. I usually keep it off. Let me see if I can turn on my autofocus. If that helps. Does that help? Okay, come on. Or not. Well, I tried. Okay. 2 really cool elementals. They're 3/1s. One is a kraken, one is an angel. And this angel art is done by Magali, and I love that art. Then, of course, we have the insect token, which I actually really like. I love insect tokens, and I need more because I lose mine. And then a drake, a human soldier, and another drake. So without further ado, let's actually go into the meat of this because you already revealed Gavi. Yeah, the autofocus is trash. I'm going to take that off. Okay, next we have a Kim. So looking at how this and Gavi looks, it seems that everything on here is a bit faded. Can you kind of tell? I'm really trying to see if I can get this to show for you guys. How the art is not very colorful, and that's just not because the foil is very bright. It's just even when I hold it like that, the art is a little like lacking that I guess saturation. I really hate the smell. I'm actually pretty sad because I love the smell. Oh shoot. You know, like when I really wish I was exaggerating, but you know, like when you were a kid and you used to have those scratch and sniff Snickers and one of them smelled like skunk? That's what these smell like. No, the smell isn't really bad. It just like I lift it up to my nose and I'm like, oh, this is rough. This is rough. Okay. So Kim, the Soaring Wind, whenever you create 1 or more tokens for the first time each turn, create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. And then tap 3 and Jeskai, create creature tokens you control gain double strike until end of turn. I actually did not pay attention at all to this creature, but I really like it. One of my favorite things to do when playing Commander is actually generating tokens. I love the way the foil is on this though. It looks very pretty. And they get double strike, and double strike is really good, so I really like this. Let's see. I'm so sad that I won't get my precon now. I'll need to wait for the second print because shops got way less of what they expected. Ikari Fate. I am so sorry about that. Small birds. Yes, I want the small birds figure. Please, yes. Thank you, Trap. And it wouldn't be a Magic product review in 2020 if half of it didn't have to be devoted to how bad the quality is. No, the quality is really good. Like, the foiling is stunning. And the card feels really nice. Usually the cardstock feels kind of gross, but I actually really like how this feels. It's just the smell is really bad, and like the art is a little, like just the hair. Just, I really wish, like, kind of see, like, how a little, like, am I just imagining that? Or maybe I'm just being, like, too opinionated. But the cards do smell. They don't have the good card smell. I'm glad you know what I'm talking about, because like that good card smell is like amazing, and you can get that in the older packs, but I don't get it in these. Now we have our companion pairs, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and start sleeving up the foils, just because I feel the biggest need to. I thought this deck would look pretty in orange. I really hope that sentiment is right, because I really don't want to have to like return sleeves with colors I don't like. I really want a tangerine. These look like traffic cones. It's fine though. So then we have Shabraz and Browlin, the partner pair. This is actually my least favorite. Wait a minute. Wait. Thank you for the sub, Radberry. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh, this is the one time I actually need my camera to be good. That is definitely not a part of the art. Oh, hold on, there, you can kind of see it. Okay, so hold on, let me see if I can pull out a pointer of some sort. That's a fucking makeup brush, that's not gonna help. Okay, this is about as good as it gets. Okay. This right here is Browlin, okay? I'm gonna tilt the art right there so you can see it. There's two little white marks right here. Let me see if I can like get it. There, do you see it? That is not part of the art. I really don't want to be that person, but this is scuffed and it's like I'm rubbing my thumb over it and I can't get it off. Like, oh no, come on. That makes me very sad. It's two very distinguished scuffs and I see one scratch just below his sword. I'm not by any means like a person who's like everything has to be perfect or I'm gonna like scream. But I'm actually really sad because it's very noticeable to me. Like I can look at it and that makes me actually really sad. I'm gonna double check to see if it's on any of these. I didn't see it on any of these, but now I'm just a little bit nervous. So I'm gonna Kim really quickly. Okay, he's good. And Gavi is safe. So let me see. And unfortunately, I used to actually grade cards. I've worked at 2 LGSs, so I pick up on those pretty easily. Shabraz is perfect. There's nothing on Shabraz. But there's stuff on Browlin, which actually makes me very sad. Because I was actually, like, I'm not going to sell this or anything, resell this. I know this was one of the more expensive ones to buy. I just really wanted this one because I really wanted Gavi and I built a deck out of her and she's super cool. But I'm really sad that this is scuffed straight out of the box. I'm just a little bit sad. That did do me a bit of a sad. Never played with orange sleeves. They look way better on camera. They look great with this. Very sad about that. But I'll read out what both of these guys do because I haven't done it yet. I know the sleeve makes it a little harder to read. But Browlin, Sky Shark Rider, partners with this beautiful boy right here. Whenever you discard a card, put a 1 counter on Browlin, Sky Shark Rider, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. 1 red. Target shark gains trample until end of turn. Use a 3/3 for 4 mana. Then we have Shabraz, the Sky Shark. 5 mana, it's Azorius. 3/3, partner with Browlin Sky Shark Rider. Flying. Whenever you draw a card, you put a 1/1 counter on this guy and you gain a life. And you can tap either white or blue. So we have some of that beautiful hybrid mana. Target human gains flying until end of turn. So yeah, actually, Radberry, I am going to be playing this without switching the cards. I think what I'm going to be doing is on my stream this Sunday for Filthy Casuals, I'm going to play my precon as is, and then literally rip it to shreds and kind of do what I want with them. So now that we went through the legendaries, we have Scuff Mark on 1. I'm actually pretty sad about that. I'm gonna move through the rest of this pile. I really hope I'm not being too, like, negative. I just hate that it's like I cannot get it off. Maybe if I had like a Q-tip, maybe if I just did it very carefully. Also, hi Sam, hello. So we'll grab a chunk. I believe this is our land chunks. Let's go through our land chunk real quick and then we'll go to the meat, which is the cards. So we have our lands. We have an Ash Barrens, Azorius Chancery, Boroscarans, basically the bounce lands. Gotta have that command tower. These actually, usually if I would see this in a precon, I'd be upset, but these are cycle lands. So these are actually fantastic to have in here. I actually did build a Gavi list already. I'm going to actually pull that up for y'all in a minute. But you have Desert of the True, the Mindful, and the Fervent. Then you have Drifting Meadow, which is another cycle land. And these actually, this is a lot better than Desert of the Fervent because Gavi over here, boop, Gavi essentially makes it cost 0, which is really nice. I really like her. Also, shout out to the wonderful Emma Partlow for inspiring me to get Gavi. It was a really weird decision for me because I wanted this with the Sultai and I ended up going with this. You have our other bounce land, which is the Boiler Works. You have more cycle lands like Drifting Meadow, Forgotten Cave, and the Lonely Sandbar, which I always call Lonely Island, but that is a band and not a card. Myriad Landscape, Mystic Monastery, which is a must in here, Reliquary Tower because of that card draw, a Remote Isle, which is again another cycle land, Secluded Steppe, another cycle land, Smoldering Crater, another cycle land. I don't talk about this card. It's Temple of the False Gods. Put that there. These cards are slippery. They keep sliding. Stay still, please. Or not. Please stay still. Then we have our some basics. I don't see any basic planes. Oh, there they are. They're hidden. Okay. So I have some really pretty basic islands. And the 3 arts are right here. I'll show those for y'all. There's this one right here. I really wish my camera liked me a little better. Actually, it seems like you can see them better down here. Which is a tree sort of submerged in some pretty water. Then you have this, which is the ocean with some really beautiful crystals. And then this right here, which is just a nice, lovely lake view. Gonna set that right there. Then our mountains. We have, the mountain art is pretty. I'm not really into it, except for this one. This one is absolutely stunning. Which is, of course, one done by one of my favorite magic artists, which is Jesper Ejing. Which is some beautiful crystals and sort of a canyon of some sort. Then we have, again, just some pretty mountain view. And then, again, sort of a canyon view up at the sky. Now we get into the meat of this, which is this. I'm going real slow, but I really kind of want to savor the moments here. So let me see if I can find the basics and kind of swap them out, or more of the lands in here, and take them out so we can look at those. Because I want to get the lands out of the way first, because lands are boring. At least I think lands are boring. So an Exotic Orchard, which actually I'm really happy about. I love running this card. This is a good card in Commander. Makes your life a little easier sometimes. I like Exotic Orchard. Hostile Desert, which is a desert. I actually did not expect a desert in here. Tap for colorless. Tap 2. Exile a land card from your graveyard. It becomes a 3/4 elemental creature until end of turn. It's still a land. I'm not a huge fan of the lands that become creatures, but we'll see how this goes. You have our Plains Island, which is irrigated farmland, and another Plains Island, Prairie Stream. Shivan Reef, as always, love it. Skycloud Expanse, which is a filter, so tap and then you get this. You get an Azorius. More basic mountains, and I've already shown us through the basic mountains. My what? Gonna go unmess up my knack. What? These are our planes. Oh my god, this is stunning. I think this might be my favorite basic art from this set so far. Which, honestly, it looks better down here than when I lift it up. But it's beautiful, like, vista. This is stunning. I love this art. Then again, sort of like a jutting crystals from the earth plains. And then this is actually a pretty dark plains. I'm actually surprised about this. It looks like it would be an art for swamp, but it's very cool. Okay, now we go to our big chunka. Okay. So Cryptic Trilobite. I'm just gonna, these are slippery cards. Cryptic Trilobite is XX for 0 power, 0 toughness. It enters the battlefield with X woman counters on it. Remove a woman counter from it and add 2 colorless. Spend this mana only to activate abilities. And I can tap one and tap him to put a counter on him. So this is interesting. I'm not really sure how these cards are going to go until I play them. Precon cards sometimes really confuse me. So let's see. Then we have Dismantling Wave, which, by the way, is so pretty. Why do they just look better if I stop touching them? I really hope that you can see that. Tell me if this is just a horrible quality video and you're dying right now, because I'm so sorry. I'm gonna actually put that there. Put these guys here so they get a little bit more love in the non-blurry light. So 2 and a white sorcery rare with for each opponent destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that a player controls, cycling for 8, which is really hefty. But when you cycle it, you destroy all artifacts and enchantments. So that is a really nice little wipe in white. It is pretty hefty, but you have to remember that with Gavi, it's 0, which is really good. I'm just going to go ahead and move these guys right here so you can see Gavi in all her glory. Get that little beautiful foil sheen. Herald of the Forgotten. That is stunning art. It is a 6/6 for 8 mana, so again, super high. But whenever it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, return any number of target permanent cards with cycling abilities from your graveyard to your hand, and that's why it is that much, and that's why it is really good. Let's see if it looks good if I lift it up. Yo, for once, my light. I'm so sad that I can't get good close-ups. That makes me so sad. If I like tilt it like that, you can see it. Hey, PNGNC. Okay, Crystalline Resonance. That art, I'm just gonna keep saying that the art is beautiful because it is. All of this art that I'm seeing is like stunning, and it's making me very happy. Whenever you cycle a card, you may have it become a copy of another target permanent until your next turn, except it has this ability. I'm going to read that one more time. Whenever you cycle a card, you may have this become a copy of another target permanent. That can be really bananas. It's only 3 mana. I really don't know what I'm going to be able to do with this just yet, because I'm only just starting to look at the cards, but I really like this. We're going to get to that in a second. Ethereal Forager, first of all, that is me when I eat chicken nuggets. I am legit a whale. I go and like just inhale these cards and these chicken nuggets. Let's see. So 6 mana for 3/3 Delve. So we got Delve. Flying. Whenever it attacks, you may return an instant or sorcery card exiled with it to its owner's hand. So that's awesome. I like that. I can get some stuff back. In blue. I mean, it's instant or sorceries, which is like very blue, but half this deck is instant sorceries. And speaking of instants, it's time to talk about this. This is the card that people have been super just absolutely excited about, and I really can't blame them. This is Fierce Guardianship. This is the free counterspell. For 3 mana, 2 in a blue, instant. However, oops, shouldn't drop it. Counter target non-creature spell. And if you control a commander, the wording is very specific, you may cast the spell without paying its mana cost, a free counterspell. Free counterspell. Boop. I'm actually going to be super careful with that because the last time I checked it was like $30. I don't know if it is still that price, but we're going to be real careful about that. The flavor text says, hunt somewhere else. This is your only warning. So it is Gavi. This is, for some reason, the camera really loves when I hold it at this angle. So we're going to keep showing stuff at this right here. Sheepwave, Megan says it's only going to go up. I actually don't doubt it because a counterspell and a free counterspell at that is not going to be a bad time in Commander. Screw your combo, get out of my house. I'm actually going to very quickly check to see the price of this. So I'm going to go on to TCG Player, which, by the way, you should check them out because they are a lovely sponsor of mine and I write articles for them, so they are amazing. So let's see. Let's see. It is currently $34 listed. Well, that's just horrible to see. It's $34 currently at the market price on TCG Player. So that right there is literally half of what I paid for this deck. The price of the entire deck I bought was, I believe, $55 from my LGS. So I bought about $55 worth of product. Her cost, though, let's see how much she's worth right now on TCG. Gavi's going for about $281. And I think that's just because she's a cycle commander. But Fierce Guardianship alone is literally the entire cost of this. Well, half of it. Sell that card and buy another precon using that money. Stonks. That's fair. I do kind of want to keep this, though. I do feel like it's only going to rise up in price. Maybe it won't. I'm a little nervous because usually I'm really bad at the stonks. Still got more to go, though. So we have Agitator Ant. Boom. These cards are so slippery. He has a 2 and a red for a 2/2 at the beginning of at the beginning of your end step, each player may put 2/1 counters on a creature they control. Go to each creature that had counters put on it that way. So it's, again, a good way to make sure people don't attack me. Super cute. I actually really love the art on this. Like, hold on, see, like, it loves this angle. That beautiful. Love this art on here. And it's a rare little insect. I like it. Boop. Spellpire Phoenix, which is 3 and 2 red, 4/2. Let's see. Boop. Flying, when it enters the battlefield, you may return target instant or sorcery card with a cycling ability from your graveyard to your hand. That's amazing. At the beginning of each end step, if you cycle 2 or more cards this turn, return this from your graveyard to your hand. I love it. It's really good. I feel like I'm going to really enjoy cycling. And if I don't, I'm going to be really sad. But I still think it's worth it to get that counterspell. So at the end of the day, going to hold on to that. Surly Badgersaur. So we have a Badger Dinosaur. Love it. For 4 mana, 3 and a red. A 3/3. Let's see. 3/3. When you discard a creature card, you put a 1/1 counter on Surly Badgersaur. Whenever you discard a land card, create a treasure token. And whenever you discard a non-creature, non-land card, Surly Badgersaur fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So just discard a bunch of stuff, make him big, and then fight stuff. I like it. He's simple. I respect him. We know it. We love it. We love to see it. Akroma's Vengeance. 6 mana sorcery, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments, but it has cycling 3. And then we can get it back, you know, with certain cards we already saw. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get more recursion for cycling cards as we go through. Boink. Astral Drift. This was in my deck list that I made, so it's nice that it's in the precon, so I don't have to purchase it again. 3 mana, it's a white enchantment. Whenever you cycle Astral Drift or cycle another card while Astral Drift is on the battlefield, you may exile target creature. If you do, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. It's cycling for 3, so immediately I'm thinking, let's see. Where is it? I'm going to put this over here. It's making me nervous. Immediately I'm thinking Herald of the Forgotten, which we have already seen. He's the cat beast. Sorry, I thought it was a dragon. He's a cat dragon. When he ETBs, you return a number of target permanent cards with cycling abilities from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you literally just flicker, you know? You may exile target creature, exile him, return him back, get all your stuff back. He's essentially, you can get your stuff back, which I really like. And that means you only really have to cast him once, so 8 mana, but then you get a free flicker. If you just like cycle a land. Like for a Forgotten Cave for cycle 1, you can just flicker and get your stuff back. So I call that a win in my mind. Astral Drift is indeed beautiful. I do like this. These cards I used to hate, and I'm trying to force myself to see the good in them because there is good in them now that we have our lovely, beautiful Gavi. Decree of Justice. XX2 white. That is a lot, and I hate the double X spells. But you create X4 white angel creature tokens with flying, cycling of 3, which is 2 and a white. Let's see. Sorry, I got it tilted that way so you all can actually see it. Whenever you cycle Decree of Justice, you may pay X. If you do, create X1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Yes, you get really good angels for the big cost right here, but I think the value is down here, and I like that a lot. So it's a good token generator. I actually really love this card. Actually, I bought a playmat with this art on it because I loved it so much. I have only one issue here. It is so dark, you can't see the art. I really wish my camera liked me better. Maybe if I really wish that, like, you could see it better. But the blur on it. But unfortunately, you just cannot see her face. You just see wings. You can barely see anything in that art, which makes me very sad, but I do love this card. You exile all creatures for 6 mana, and then you create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying. If there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard, it says Delirium. So I'm really sad that the art is really dark on here, because I don't believe it was this dark in the original printing, but such is life. Okay, now we move over here to Eternal Dragon, 7 mana, 5/2 white, right here. Let's see, beautiful. For 5/5, flying Dragon Spirit, the art is stunning. 3 and 2 white, return Eternal Dragon from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only during your end step. Plains cycling, so I can get a plains. If I just do 2, discard it, search my library for a plains. So I can essentially kind of pay the mana to get him back to search for it again. I really like this a lot. Boink. So far, I'm looking through these, and none of these I'm going like, why is this in here? Everything has made sense, but we still got more to go. Hoofprints of the Stag, I think, is such a stunning card. It's so pretty. It has that tribal enchantments, and I really miss the tribal enchantments from the days of Lorwyn, Shadowmoor, and so on and so forth. 1 and a white, tribal enchantment elemental. Whenever you draw a card, you may put a hoofprint counter on Hoofprints of the Stag. And by the way, I love weird counters that you don't really see. So like filibuster counters, you give them like a bribery counter, stuff like that. I really like that. Tap 2 and a white, remove 4 hoofprint counters from Hoofprints of the Stag, and you create a 4/4 white elemental creature token with flying. Activate this ability only during your turn. So it's another token generator. It's flying. It's a 4/4. I really like this. You're going to be drawing a lot of cards because right here, whenever you draw your second card each turn, you get a 2/2 red and white dinosaur creature token. So you're going to be drawing a lot of cards anyway. So this is going to build up really fast. Bum, bum. Sun Titan. I don't think I've actually ever owned a Sun Titan before. And I feel like that might be a crime because I'm a huge Commander player. 6 mana, 4 and 2 white, 6/6 Vigilance Giant. Whenever it attacks or enters the battlefield, you may return target permanent card with CMC 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That just makes sense in here. Just get your stuff back. I like it. Alrighty. Curator of Mysteries. 4 mana, 4/4. It's blue. Flying. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, you scry 1. It also has a cycling of blue. So again, it just makes so much sense here. The art is very stoic. I like it though. Drakehaven was also in the list I made before they finished completely spoiling Gavi. So the fact that, you know, chat, because some of y'all were in that chat making that deck with me, y'all were really on point helping me with this. So Drakehaven is bananas good. It originally came out, I believe, in Amonkhet. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, you may pay 1. If you do, you create a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. Again, token generation is really good. I love token generation, and that pay 1 is super cheap, and I really like it. I agree with you, chap, it had to be in here. And I believe, if off the top of my head, I believe Shivam from Casual Magic, the beautiful, lovely man, he said that a lot of the Amonkhet cycling cards are really going to get a lot of love thanks to Gavi, and I could not agree with him more, just because I feel like it really didn't get a lot of like love back in the day. It was good and limited, but it just didn't really fit anywhere else. So it's nice to see it get some use in Commander. Because I used to scoff at cycling, don't get me wrong, I don't now. New Perspectives, another enchantment. Blue, it's 6 mana this time, however, and whenever it enters the battlefield, you draw 3 cards, so 6 mana, draw 3. As long as you have 7 or more cards in hand, you may pay 0 rather than pay cycling costs. So if you don't have her out, it's a great alternative here. It's another permanent, it's a little harder to get rid of than, say, a creature. Your cycling costs from 0 is really good, especially when you're playing stuff like Entreat the Angels. I like this a lot. I know I keep saying that, but this just seems really good, and I think it's worth the 6 mana because you already draw 3 cards. So if you're going to have 7 or more cards in hand, and if not, it's just a good way to draw cards. And plus you have a Reliquary Tower in here, so you're not going to be hurting, I say. Nimble Obstructionist, 3 mana, 3/1, flash, flying, and cycling. I believe this is another Amonkhet card. Cycling of 2 and a blue. Whenever you cycle this card, counter target activated or triggered ability you don't control. It is a counter spell on a creature. Also says triggered ability. This is more powerful than you think it is. Counter spells that target triggered abilities hurt. It hurts. They hurt. They hurt. It happened to me on Brawl the other night and it sucked. Good to run. People won't expect it. Boop. I mean, they'll expect it because it's in the precon, but no one ever goes, I really hope I don't run into a Nimble Obstructionist, so I think it's going to be fun to play. Portal Mage. First of all, the art. Super cute. 3 mana, 2/2, flash. She is a human wizard. When she ETBs during the Declare Attacker step, you may reselect which player or planeswalker target attacking creature is attacking. Whoa! I love this. I like this. I like this. This is a shenanigans card. This can save your life. In a game, this can save your life. And this can also take out a really, really, really big threat on the board, or maybe somebody who's been, been a little bit sassy, This is fantastic. It is literally during the Declare Attackers phase. Like, okay, so are you going to hit me? Are you going to declare attackers? No. Okay, I'm going to make sure that you hit them instead. So I really like this. And especially paired with Goad. Well, no, not paired with Goad. My brain is fried, but you get the point. I like this. Boink. You know her, you love her. I know her, and I also love her. She is Chandra. She's the Flame Caller. I actually have an artist proof of this signed by the lovely Jason Rainville. Super lovely person. When somebody stole some Chandras out of my binder, he sent this one to me. Very sweet person. I actually really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart so much. I like Chandra a lot. I actually really like this card, and I feel like this card is underplayed. And the reason why is because she's a wheel. She's a wheel. Her uptick does get you 2/3/1 elemental creature tokens with haste, and you do get rid of them at your end step. But the thing is that 0 ability, discard all cards in your hand, then draw that many cards +1. So you're like, okay, I'm going to wheel. You wheel yourself. And her negative is an X. She deals X damage to each creature, but that wheel is amazing. And I feel like a lot of people just don't really see it. And it makes me sad. Got the Chandra signature. Has the signature spellbook for Chandra dropped yet? Because I don't think it has. If it did and I missed it, I'll actually be super disappointed in myself, because that is when I will definitely 100% be purchasing. Without a doubt. I love it. Okay. Tectonic Reformation. This is also in the list I made on my stream. It is 1 and a red enchantment. Each land card in your hand has cycling 1 red, and this itself has cycling 2. So this is just each land. This is too good. This is too good. I really like this. This is really good. Pangean C, you are right. Chandra is indeed so dope. Spellbook comes out in June. Thank you, Defender Eric's. Okay. This is Asperia, Supreme Judge. 2 white, 2 blue, 6/4 Sphinx. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, you may draw a card. It's flying. Also triggers the second card draw, so pretty good. Mercurial Chemister. I used to run this a long time ago. I don't anymore. It used to be in my Firemind deck. It's a 2/3 human wizard for 5 mana. You can tap a blue and tap him to draw 2, or tap a red and tap him to discard a card, and he deals damage to target creature to the discarded card's CMC. This right here was my first ever commander I ever built. This card literally brings me so much nostalgia. He's actually, fun fact, here's Locust God, in my Locust God deck. So I think I've come full circle with Izzet card draw. Seeing these two together, it's like where I started versus where I am now is kind of awesome. Because this is my first baby. And now I've evolved in making this my baby. So this is just kind of heartwarming, I think. This makes me happy. Okay. Abandoned Sarcophagus. This is also in the list I made with you guys on stream. It is a 3 mana artifact rare. You may cast spells that have a cycling ability from your graveyard. If a card that has a cycling ability would be put into your graveyard from anywhere and it wasn't exiled, exile it instead. So this makes me happy. This card also reminds me that I need to run a Crucible of Worlds so I can get my lands back, but it was good. Fluctuator. Remember when everyone thought this was going to go up in price and then they found out it was being reprinted in here, so it's fine. Because I remember that. This new art is stunning, though. It's a 2 mana artifact. Second abilities you activate cost up to 2 less to activate. You have any Ramanop excavators? I don't believe I do. I don't know if there's anything in here of that. But I do need that. I like the flavor text on here. It generates power by harnessing the nature of possibility itself. But will it work? Possibly. Psychosis Crawler. I love this card. I'm actually a little bit disappointed in myself that I have yet to put it in my Locust God deck. I feel like it needs to be in here in the deck and I just don't run it. And I need to literally like just do it because it's that good. This card is good. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in my hand, so a big boy. Whenever you draw a card, each opponent loses 1 life. This goes hand in hand with cards like Niv and Locust God. I love this card. I really need to get my shit together and put it in. Okay. Bonder's Ornament. Now we're getting into the other things because sorry, I just saw an Arcane Signet. Bonder's Ornament, it is 3 colorless. Tap and add 1 mana of any color, or tap 4 and tap it. Each player who controls a permanent named Bonder's Ornament draws a card, so we are all bonded together and we all draw a card. I like the premise of this. I don't think that this is going to be something people run in every deck like they would say an Arcane Signet or a Soul Ring, but I definitely think that this is cute and on theme and flavor for this particular commander set. So, all in all, pretty good. We don't need to talk about this. This card has caused some controversy in the past. I love it. I'm happy that it is in here. We also have, go ahead and get the, the Soul Ring out. These 2 cards are Peas in a Pod. Commander staples. You'll love to see them. When they stop printing Soul Ring in Commander decks, I'll actually become a little nervous. We have our Cygnets, as always, as well as a Commander Sphere. Our Cygnets are also, I really love running Cygnets. Yeah, there it is. Cygnets right there. We have our Commander Sphere. And this is the newer one, though. Arcane Signet, the card that we hate, that we love. Yes. This right here is Rogrin Crystal. This card is actually... Normally, I think like people kind of would scoff at the cycling, but it actually makes perfect sense in here because it is essentially a mana rock if you need it, and it's a card draw if you need it for 0, which is really good. And the fact that it's also mana rock is an added bonus. This was also in the list that we made. I really don't think I'm going to have to buy much for the list that we made together, to be honest, except for maybe a Shark Typhoon, but who knows? Fingers crossed that I pull a Shark Typhoon in here today. Valiant Rescuer, 1 and a white. Human Soldier, 1, 3/1. Whenever you cycle another card For the first time each turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier token. And this also has cycling of 2 colorless. So there he is. This art is so pretty. It's so pretty. It bothers me how much I love this art. It's not that bad, but like it's just so gorgeous. Boon of the Wishgiver. 6 mana, so it's 4 and 2 blue. Draw 4 cards. That's really pricey to draw 4. Sometimes you really need it. But that cycling one is really good because you can just draw 1 card and get a token off of it. So for 1 mana, a card draw and a token, not bad. Neutralize. It is counter target spell. 1 and 2 blue. I like this, and it also has a cycling of 2, and I like that it says target spell and not non-creature or creature or the specificities that truly pain me sometimes. This makes me happy. It is a neutralize. Ominous Seas. 1 in a blue. Whenever you draw a card, you put a foreshadow counter on it. Again, I like these very weird counters. You remove 8 counters, and you get an 8/8 octopus, an 8/8 Kraken creature token, and it's cycling 2. So it gives you a big boy. For 2 mana, that's not horrible, and also cycling 2, so again, that card draw. Reconnaissance Mission, 2 and 2 blue. Enchantment, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card, cycling 2. Card draw. It's a coastal piracy. It's a coastal piracy with cycling. Everyone was worried about Cygnet becoming a one-time print, and I was on that list, and I'm happy it's reprinted. I'm honestly really happy it's reprinted, too. Rooting Moloch, 4 and a, almost said blue, a red for 4/4. Whenever it enters the battlefield, exile target creature with a cycling ability from your graveyard until the end of your next turn. You may play that card with cycling 2. So I like that again. You can exile a card and you can play it again, so you can get like extra card draw if you need it, or you can get another token if you want to make angel tokens. Commander is indeed, honestly, I love it. Commander is my favorite format. Savai Thundermane. We have another lion. He is a red and a white, 3/2. Whenever you cycle a card, you may pay 2. When you do, Savai Thundermane deals 2 damage to target creature and you gain 2 life. This is really good. It is very red. It is very Boros. I get the good stuff, you get the bad stuff. Zenith Flare. It deals X damage to any target you gain, and you gain X life, where X is the number of cards with the cycling ability in your graveyard. This is just wonderful, and it's 2, a red and a white, and I love this, and I'm looking at this, and I think there's a streamer, I think they have this as an emote on their channel. I think that's really cool. We're almost done with the commander, and we'll take a brief break, and then we'll cycle back, haha, pun intended, to go and open up my precon. Oh, no. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. I'm so good at video games, you guys. One of the reasons cycling is so good as a mechanic is that they slap cycling onto literally every Cycling Matters cards. Yes, they do. Martial Impetus, 2 and a white. Enchantment Aura. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 and is goaded. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, each other creature that's attacking one of your opponents gets 1/1 until end of turn. So it's just a good way to make your opponents really sad that they messed with you in white, no less. A goaded white card. Very uncharacteristic of white, but I dig it. We have Psychic Impetus. So another Impetus card is another enchantment. We have 3 Impetuses. 2 and a blue. Enchanted creature gets 2/2 and is goaded. So now we have a blue goaded card. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, you scry 2. That's really nice. Then a red one, which is Shiny Impetus, which is 2 and a red. Enchanted creature gets 2/2 and is goaded. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, you create a treasure token. So that's a really good incentive. We are down to the final handful. Cast Out, which is 3 and a white. Flash. When it casts out, enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Cast Out leaves the battlefield. It's cycling white, so again, it's an O-ring, but the good thing about it is you can also cycle it. Spirit Cairn. This art is weirdly simple and very beautiful. It's 2 and a white. Enchantment. Whenever a player discards a card, you may pay a white. If you do create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying on the battlefield, you're going to be doing most of this discarding, and I like that. Hieroglyphic Illumination, 3 and a blue, draw 2 cards at instant speed, cycling blue, good card draw. You're typically going to do the cycling ability. Vizier of Tumbling Sands, 2 and a blue, a 1/3, tap it to untap another target permanent, cycling 2, which is 1 and a blue, and whenever you cycle Vizier of Tumbling Sands, you untap target permanent. Windfall, I think we are all extremely familiar with this. It's one of my favorite spells to play in Locust God. Just get a good hand, get a new hand. Final 3. Lightning Rift. Whenever a player cycles a card, you may pay 1. If you do, Lightning Rift deals 2 damage to any target. So essentially a shock for 1 mana. Well, I mean, shock is 1 mana. But yeah, it's good. I like this. It's shock. To any target, too. So you can do it to a planeswalker. You can do it to a creature. You can do it to your opponent. That feels really good. Then there's Slice and Dice, which is 6 mana, 4 and 2 red. Sorcery, it deals 4 damage to each creature. Cycling of 3, which is 2 and a red. Whenever you cycle Slice and Dice, you may have it deal 1 damage to each creature. So it won't kill your tokens. And you get the added benefit of the cycling and card draw and creatures. And then the final card, Migratory Route. I actually remember this card from the Atraxa precon. I remember it very well. 3 and Azorius, white and blue. Sorcery, create 4 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying. It also has basic land cycling of 2. And there we go. Oh my goodness. That is our, I guess, I keep on calling it Commander 20, but I think it's actually just the Ikoria Commander set. I can't remember. My brain keeps on wanting to call it Commander 20, but this is everything. This is our $34 counterspell. Kim, our partner pairs, and the lovely Gave Guru Spores. I really love her. She's my favorite out of the entire set. Second being Zexara. I think this is a super cool concept for a deck, and I really hope it works. I think I'm going to be playing the precon this weekend. We'll see how that goes. I have not told my guests that I want to play this. I just kind of had the idea tonight. So we're going to give this a try and see how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brief 2-minute break. Alrighty, I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and then I'll be back to start doing the Ikoria pre-release pack opening as well. I think when I upload this, I'm going to upload this in halves. So this is going to be the Commander unboxing, and then the next unboxing on YouTube will be the Ikoria. So for those of you who are watching this on YouTube and you're watching the Commander cut, thank you so much for watching the Commander cut. I really appreciate it. And if you're interested in watching the pre-release pack cut, then just click the next video because I'll be uploading them at the same time. So for those of you who are watching this on stream right now, I'm going to take a quick break to grab a drink of water because I've been talking a lot. So I will be right back.